Okay, so here I want to show you a way we can actually simplify a lot of the work in calculating the average daily balance. The average daily balance is what we call a weighted mean or a weighted average. And we're going to be studying weighted means and weighted averages more in Chapter 9. But for now, I'm going to show you just how if you just generate the first two columns on your table here for these credit cards, you can put this information and have the calculator do the rest of the work for you. So we turn back to here to page 129 looking at example 1. So we're saying, all right, let's suppose we've already completed the first two columns. So here's what we're going to do. If you look down here in this third column, the second key says data. So what we're going to do is we're going to press that data key. And that should bring you up a table that looks like this. Now, you might have some numbers in here. If you have some numbers in there, you would just hit the data key again. You can either scroll down to option 4 or just hit 4, and that'll give you a clean table. So whenever you're going into this table, by hitting the data key, if it's not clean, just hit your data key again, type the number 4, and that'll clear your data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start entering this data here in the first column. I'm going to put it under 1. So I'm going to do $5,467.26, enter. $5,167.26, enter. $5,326.71, enter. Don't worry about this. It's just it has a limited number of space, so it's just rounding off, but you still have the original value here in that entry. 5513.45, enter. 5634.86, enter. And 5987.50, enter. So I've put that all in my first column, which we call L1. That's what that little L1 means. That's the first column in our list. These numbers here in pink, I'm going to put in my second column. And I'm going to put them right next to the associated numbers. So I'm going to put 6, enter, 1, enter, 3, enter, 6, enter, 8, enter, 7, enter. So now I have all this data here in my chart. I wanted to go through and I want to calculate the average daily balance. This is a weighted mean. So what we do is we hit the second key and then data. That gets us in stat mode. So second, data. So we're in stat mode. We're always going to be doing one variable stats in this class, so just hit enter. Now your data is in L1, so that's correct, but notice that under FRQ, that stands for frequency, that has 1. That's incorrect. We need to go down here, hit our down arrow, and then get our right arrow hit a couple times so we got the L2 highlighted, hit enter. Because we're telling us that the dollar amounts are in the first column, the number of days are in the second column, and then we click calculate. Now I want you to look at line number 2. There's your average daily balance. It's always going to be line number 2. And so that can save you an awful lot of work rather than have to do all this computation in here. And it's really easy to make an error here. Just miscopying down a number and so forth. Just get your first two columns and then go ahead and use your calculator. So let's go ahead and try doing problem number 2 the same way. So I'm just going to go hit second quit. It gets me back to the home screen. All right, so I'm going to hit my data key. Now I already got data, so I get my data key again. Option 4. I'm typing on the number 4 to clear everything out. Now I'm just going to enter each of these dollar amounts and hit enter. 6077.32, enter. 6233.55, enter. 7020.29, enter. 7069.29, enter. 6879.29, enter. 7042.05, enter. Hit your right arrow key to get over to the next column and put your numbers in for the days. 3, 9, 2, 2, 6, 9. Now we have our data here. I would recommend you just kind of go back and double check, make sure the numbers are correctly entered. Again, look down here as you check your numbers. Just use your arrow keys to navigate over. It's always a good idea to double check those. And then hit your second data, enter. Everything's already set up the way we want it to be, so just enter, enter, calculate. And then that will give us our average daily balance. So important, when you do this on the test, I expect you to just do this part and then put it all in the calculator. This takes too much time to do all this calculation. If you got a 20 problem test, this takes too long. Generate this and then use your calculator. So make sure you practice being able to do these on your calculator. You have to go back and watch this video again, please do so. It's very important.